I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen, and today we're going to tackle making taco seasoning. My jar was empty, so it was time to remake it, and I wanted to make you a salt-free version, but this time with a little twist. Literally. Today we're going to be making this big batch salt-free chili and lime taco seasoning. Let's go see how this all comes together. Okay, I'm going to go over all of the ingredients for our big batch salt-free taco seasoning. And this is like a chili and lime version of my original taco seasoning. I have made this one salt-free because I have found that when you make a seasoning blend with salt in it, the salt is pretty heavy and it usually falls to the bottom. And unless you shake that blend up really, really well to distribute the salt, sometimes the last batch that you make from something is super, super salty. So we're just gonna go ahead and leave the salt out, and we'll use the salt when we cook it, and we'll season to taste. And this is a benefit for people who can't use salt or need to be on a low sodium diet, because then you can season this to taste with whatever you like, whether it's regular salt, pink salt, sea salt. We have a cup, and this is a quadruple batch of my regular, but it's made a little bit differently. So I have 1 cup of chili powder, a half a cup of cornmeal, a half a cup of dried oregano, a half a cup of onion powder, half a cup of garlic powder, half a cup of sweet paprika, half a cup of ground cumin. This is 2 tablespoons of chipotle pepper powder. If you don't like it spicy, you can leave this out. If you don't have chipotle pepper powder, you can use 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, or you can just use a couple of teaspoons of cayenne. You can adjust this to your preference as far as heat level goes. The chipotle pepper powder is not terribly spicy. It is definitely not as spicy as some. This is 2 tablespoons of freshly ground black pepper and 2 tablespoons of lime crystals. I'm using True Lime, and I buy it in these bottles. I buy it directly from their website. I will link you down below so that you can learn more about them. This is nothing more than crystallized lime juice. They also make lemon, orange, grapefruit. They make some really great drink mixes too. This video is not sponsored. I'm just sharing with you that this is what I'm using. So making this couldn't get any easier. We're just gonna dump everything in this bowl. And I will let you know that before we started, I asked Rick, do you think this bowl is big enough? And he's like, yes. And if it isn't, you have me to blame. So, and you can see this is my empty taco seasoning jar. I usually make a quart at a time because we eat tacos every couple of weeks, I'd say. There goes. So I've got the chili powder, the cornmeal, and the oregano, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, cumin. There's our black pepper. Now we're just gonna kind of blend this up the best we can before we stick it in our jar. And then we can give it a good shake just to make sure everything is really well distributed. Okay, I got everything into these jars, and as you can see, I got 5 cups of seasoning in here. You can always adjust the amounts to make as little or as much as you like. It's pretty straightforward, and it should be pretty easy to divide. So now that I've got it in the jar, I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a shake to kind of distribute everything further. But mixing it up, it got blended very well. Yeah. So I don't even know that shaking it at this point is necessary. I do know that you're gonna wanna shake it before you use it. Homemade, big batch, salt-free taco seasoning with a chili and lime edge. I know you're gonna love this. Now, I have this jar and this reusable lid. This says taco seasoning, 1/4 cup per pound of meat. I almost always make 2 pounds of meat, so I use a half a cup at a time. So if you do the math, this quart is gonna last me for 4 batches of taco seasoning, thereabouts. So, I've made enough here now for 6 batches of taco seasoning, so that's gonna last us a good long time, at least a couple of months, at which time we'll come back and we'll make some more. So you can add or subtract any of the ingredients that I have put in here. The only ones that I would not recommend you substitute or leave out are the chili powder, the cumin, and the oregano. Everything else you can probably just go ahead and, you know, adjust to your taste. And like I said, you can adjust the heat to your taste as well. And then when you make it, you can put salt or whatever it is you like to give something a little more oomph and give it that salty edge. So I hope that you give this homemade big batch salt-free taco seasoning a try, and I hope you love it. I want to thank you for joining me today, and if you liked the video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hit that red subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, please be sure to hit the bell notification button, because we don't want any of you to miss out on all the real food for real people, real easy recipes that we present all the time right here on our YouTube channel and straight from our kitchen. You can get more links down below to where I got the true lime and to where I got the chipotle powder, and also there's a new link down there to my Patreon page if you'd like to go learn more about how you can become a Patreon of Noreen's Kitchen and help us continue to bring you excellent content right here on YouTube and all throughout our social media. We appreciate it, and we'd love to have you join us. I hope you like this video. I hope you give this taco seasoning a try, and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya.